Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel Mo Digging. Good to see you once again. This week I went out for about 11 or 12 hours metal detecting at a couple of different sites, some of which date back to probably, I would say, about 1900. I didn't find a whole lot of stuff, but I found a few pretty interesting things that I would like to share with you. So let's get straight to metal detecting. Just got myself a modern Jefferson nickel, 2001 as you can see, but in the hole with it I found something I don't normally find. I actually got a marble, a little glass blue marble, so that's pretty cool. We'll take that. They don't come out of the ground too often around here, so let's keep on hunting. Well, not much but modern change and trash these last few hours, but I just got something that I think is a common find, but I'll show you guys. I believe I got a Missouri sales tax token. Kind of a weird place to find it too. Yeah, you can see the state of Missouri on there. This is 1 mil, or a tenth of a cent, and it's a little zinc token from like the 1930s to 1940s. So pretty neat. We'll put that away. Oddly enough, I just got this as a surface find here in the grass. I believe that's an old piece of white glass, maybe from like the 1920s or the teens. Could have been like a Vaseline container or something like that. Sorry about the wind. But right next to it, I got a really loud signal and pulled out something kind of strange. Take a look at this. I don't know that it's very old, but it's actually a set of like 3 separate skeleton-like keys, and then kind of a more modern key. So like I said, I don't think it's terribly old. They're all on a chain, and it might be a little silver chain, but very unusual find. You don't see people carrying this kind of stuff around their neck very often. So pretty neat though. We'll take it. Let's put that away and keep on detecting. So guys, I'm going to jump in here for just a moment and show you one of these keys that I found that is actually pretty cool, and it's something I've never found before. So here are the keys that I pulled out of the ground a few days ago. This chain actually is marked 925, so it's a little silver chain, which is kind of cool. That's a zinc key, pretty modern, junky key. Not sure about that one. I don't know if that's like for a lockbox. I think this is actually an antique iron skeleton key, which is pretty cool. But this is the one in question that is probably the most interesting. This is actually a Victrola key for a phonograph. I had to look it up because I've never seen a key like this, and sure enough, that's exactly what it is. Now, it would not be used to wind the Victrola. Actually, what this is used for is to lock the lid to a Victrola, and also to lock the storage area on a Victrola where the discs or the records would be stored. So, never seen that before. I've never owned a Victrola, but sure enough, that's what that is. And what's kind of cool about this too is these are selling online for about $40. So not bad. You just never know what you're going to find when you're out metal detecting. Very strange grouping of finds. So let's get back to metal detecting. Boy, I just got myself a coin signal at about 6 or 7 inches down and popped that out, and I thought I had myself a silver quarter. It's not. It looks like a cap off of something. Gosh darn it. Let's see what it says. Armand? I don't know. Let's see. Clean it up just a little bit more. Armand Lip and Cheek Rouge. Never found that before. I guess that's the cap off of some sort of container. So, still a pretty neat find. I will happily take that. In fact, I think I'll probably keep that. It's kind of an interesting little find from probably the 19-teens or 20s. It is not much, but I do believe this zinc penny signal is a little piece of silver. So let's take a look together. Not finding a whole lot at the moment. I've dug a lot of pull tabs and trash. I got myself a piece of lead just a moment ago, which may be like an old musket ball. I'm not entirely sure about that. It looks like old lead. But right down here, it looks as though I've got some silver. This is about 3 inches down and ringing up as a 77, which is pretty much a spot-on zinc penny signal. And I think it's a little tiny thin silver ring, which is kind of cool. First piece of silver for the week. This is probably worth like 20 or 25 cents in silver, but that's all right, we'll take it. I don't know that I see any markings on it, but that's got to be silver, so not bad. Let's get back at it. Once again, I am digging the irony signals, and I just got myself a weird find about an hour ago. A little micro USB, 2 gigabytes. Kind of a funny thing to pull out of the ground. It was ringing up like a piece of iron. There's got to be some metal in it. And then right here, I got myself another kind of loud irony signal at about 2 inches down, and I can tell what that's going to be. That looks to be a pocket knife. It's pretty rusted, so it's not going to be one I can salvage, but still a neat find nonetheless. I do like finding the pocket knives, so we're going to put that away and see if we can't find a few other things while we're out here metal detecting. Once again, I'm digging the low tones. So this was like a mid-60s signal, and I was expecting a pull tab, but it's actually a large coin. So I've already taken a look at it. It looks to be a Mexican coin, which is kind of cool. Un peso, 1970. That is pretty neat. I do love the Mexican coinage. I don't find very much of it, surprisingly, here in the state of Missouri. I find more Canadian, but that's pretty neat. That's a beautiful coin. I do like the eagle with the snake on the back, so very good. I will take that. Starting to get pretty dark out here, but I just got myself another older find. Sitting at about 4 or 5 inches down, I got myself kind of a mid to upper 60 signal. Thought it was going to be another pull tab, and I popped that out. It's another toe tap. This is off of a leather shoe, probably from the 1800s. So kind of a neat find. They would use these to kind of protect the leather and make the shoe last as long as possible. So we'll take that. That's not bad. Unfortunately, this has been a pretty slow week. I have not found very much, but just before it gets too dark, I actually just popped out what looks to be a silver dime. So let's take a look together. It was sitting probably at about 6 or 7 inches down. It's still in this little clod of dirt, and I think it might just be a Rosie, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong about that, but it looks like one to me. I think I see Liberty and Roosevelt there on the front, the obverse of the coin. Yeah, just a Rosie. So, nothing terribly special. Let's see. Don't want to rub on it too much, but 1960 maybe? Well, that's kind of cool. At least we got another piece of silver for the week, so I'll take it. I can't complain too much when I pull a silver coin out of the ground. All right, you guys, I'm back in the house now, so let's go over all my finds from this week. And there is our board for the week, everybody. We're going to come over here first, though, and just take a look at the trash. I managed to fill an entire shoebox with trash this week. Lots and lots of garbage. In fact, I just dropped a piece. Oops. Put that back in there and throw it away. But if you're going to go out and metal detect, please take all the trash you find with you, including the stuff that's sitting on top of the ground. It really does protect our hobby when you go out there and you clean up after yourself and after others. But we'll come back over here and go around the board just a little bit. I found a pretty healthy amount of pull tabs this week. There must be well over 100 there. Lots and lots of pull tabs. I was digging the low tones and looking for gold again. Here's some of our other finds. Not exactly sure what that is. It's a iron and brass piece of something. Junky earring. Got myself a pocket knife. There are those 4 keys that I managed to find on a little silver chain. That Victrola key is especially cool. That's probably my favorite find of the week. Little Blistex tube right there. Got some sort of weird pendant, some brass pieces. I got some pieces of a pocket watch I didn't really show you guys. They're kind of broken, unfortunately. Got a button battery too there. Gosh darn it. Got a stainless steel spoon. Here's my change for the week. It's not a ton of money, but I am going to cash it in, and it's going to go towards buying another old coin. So that's what I like to do with my change. There's a lot of zinc pennies and nickels in there, but there's got to be probably $8 or $10 in change. Got a big piece of iron right there. It's actually a piece of a file, which is kind of cool. Got a toe tap, got some other brass pieces. old piece of lead, which I think was a round ball at one time, so some old ammunition. Got a little tiny brass washer right there, piece of a watch. There's a little buckle right there. Got myself a cigarette lighter. Got that flash drive, which is kind of a funny find. Piece of lead type. Another brass piece. Got a zip tab. This looks to be a piece of solder, I think. Don't think it's silver, but that came out of the ground. Ringing up in the low 70s. Piece of lead. What else do we have here? Sorry to keep going around a little bit. I didn't dig this up, but I'll show you here in just a second what that is. Got a few bullets. Got that pretty cool Mexican coin, 1970 right there. Don't find these too often, but I always like finding some of the Mexican coinage. Got a little piece of silver right there, a little tiny ring. Man, that thing is tiny. Very thin. Got 2 wheat pennies and a Missouri sales tax token from the Great Depression era. Armand lip and cheek rouge. That's kind of a neat find too. Only got 1 key this week, surprisingly, and it's broken. There's a pencil sharpener. Got myself a marble and some other little things. I think that's most of my finds. The only other thing on here that I'll show off is I actually cashed in some of my most recent change and bought a Walking Liberty half dollar, 1929D. It's actually one of the lower mintages on these. Someday I'd like to have the whole set of Walking Liberty half dollars, and I'm actually pretty close. There's only 6 or 7 that I know I don't have, and this was one of them. They only minted just over 1 million of these coins, so pretty neat. When you go out and you metal detect and you find some of this change, it's nice to cash it in and buy something for your collection. So I did just that this week. All in all, we had a pretty good week. I can't complain too much. No real high dollar value items, but it was a good time. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this video. I certainly appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye now.